Hey guys, Mix here. In this video, we're going to be working on our new project, our Suzuki ARM125 for the first time. So as you guys know, it is not running. If you guys saw last video, the original owner said it lost spark. It was running fine, just lost spark. It has brand new top end, a lot of brand new parts, and it should run once it gets spark. So I'm hoping he was telling the truth. I'm trusting him. So I'm going to test to see if it has spark today, and if it doesn't, we're going to diagnose why it does not. And also, this bike doesn't have a kickstand, and I bought a stand a while ago for the Blue Turf bike, but this stand couldn't lift it for some reason. It can't even lift me. But for some reason it can lift this bike perfectly, so at least we have that stand. So now it can just sit here without needing to be leaned up against the fence, and we can see both sides of it. So obviously, before I start working on the frame and everything like that, I need to make sure to see if this engine is good. In last video, when I was revealing it, a lot of you guys were commenting everything that was wrong with it. Obviously there's going to be stuff wrong with it because I just bought it as a project, but we're going to be fixing all of those problems. And also, before I start working on this thing, sorry if there's weird noise throughout this video. I'm going to try and block it out as best as I can, so hopefully there should be a little to none wind noise, because right now we have like a winter advisory. I'm freezing right now, but if you guys saw my videos from last winter, I worked in the snow. I mean, I can withstand the cold, so it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so now let's get working with the bike. So what I'm going to do first is just take off the spark plug, check for spark. I mean, if it has spark, then obviously there's something else wrong. But if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna try and switch out the spark plug, because two strokes, obviously they burn oil, so they kind of foul out a lot. And then, but if that's not the case, might need a new coil, kill switch. There could be a couple reasons. All right, so when I was just about to take off the spark plug, obviously I took off the boot, and the whole boot totally just snapped off of the coil wires. So that could have definitely caused a problem with there being no spark. I just tried to, just put my fingers on the wires and just see if I felt any type of spark, while holding on to some type of metal while I was doing it. Didn't feel any spark, so I'm just gonna take off the whole gas tank so I can see all the wiring and the coils. So we're taking that off and then have a better view of all the wires. Alright, so the gas tank and seat are off, and this thing is way more easier to access. I can see the coil, all the wires around here. Maybe when the guy put on when the original owner put on the new kill switch, maybe one of the wires maybe malfunctions, and maybe the kill switch is on permanently. So we'll just see. Actually, you know what? There's two wires disconnected right here, so I'm curious if I just plug those in. Maybe we'll have spark. So I just connected these two wires, and I still don't have spark. So I'm gonna try and clean up the connections going to the coil, see if maybe that'll help a little bit. So I just cleaned up all of the wires and connections to the coil. Still no spark though, so I'm gonna take out the spark plug, see if I can rewire up that boot to the actual coil wire, hook it up to the spark plug, because maybe just putting it with your fingers and holding down, touching metal maybe isn't really working. So I'm just gonna take this out. And I want to see the spark plug anyway. It looks brand new from here, but I want to open it up, check out the cylinder down inside, and then I'll see what we see. That looks oh my god, yeah, that looks brand new. I've never seen a two-stroke spark plug this long. This looks like a four-stroke, but that's how long it is. Alright guys, so I was just toying around a little bit with the wires, and we have spark. So we do have spark, just a little bit, but it should be, plenty of enough. I only have spark when I'm holding down the kill switch, which is really weird. So maybe there's a wire backwards. So I'm gonna follow down the wires from the kill switch and see what's up. Alright, so I've been looking everywhere, with all the kill switch wires and everything, but I can't figure out why it only sparks while it's down. I was thinking maybe one of the wires have to go on this side. I don't know if it really makes any difference. But I also made a little bit of a adjustment. As you can see, I took off the boot, because the boot that was on it was straight off of a car MSD ignition, and it didn't fit right. It wasn't a good connection. So I've seen a ton of people do this when they just do a straight connection, without the boot. I'm probably gonna get a boot, to put it around. But this will work for now. But I was just looking down into the spark plug hole, and you can see that brand new Wiseco piston a little bit. There's like barely any exhaust or marks or anything on it, so that thing looks brand new. Alright guys, so I've been looking around with all these wires trying to figure out this kill switch, but I just cannot figure out why this thing only sparks when it's held down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and see if it'll fire up while I'm holding it down. That'll be pretty cool. And then maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments what you guys think the problem is. So I'm just gonna hook up the gas tank, put it back in the spark plug, and then see if this thing will fire up. If it does miraculously start up, I don't want to, really run it for too long because there's no air box, so I need to buy one of those. I just want to hear if it'll fire, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna place the gas tank on it because I'm gonna be taking it off again probably anyway. Just hook up the fuel line. Okay, I'm not gonna put the seat on it either because there's no point really. Alright, so I guess we'll just see what happens.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, so it's not started. So I've been trying to at least get this thing fire. I'm not getting anything. When I kick it over, it doesn't sound great. It sounds honestly like there's no oil in it. So I want to check to see if there's oil. There's no dipstick or anything. So I just checked the oil in the engine with this little oil check screw that's on the side of all RM125s. A lot of people don't know that, but there's a screw that you can check your oil with. And, well, as you can see, there's absolutely no oil. When I tried kicking it over with the screw open, maybe just like a drop of oil came out. So there's basically nothing in here. And there's no dipstick on the bike, so I can't really just check it, just by dipping it in. And I guess I just figured that it would come with oil when I bought it, but I guess I thought wrong. So I guess we just learned a new thing from this. Whenever I buy a new bike, make sure that there's oil in it. So I'm hoping I didn't damage anything by kicking it over with there's barely any oil in it. I don't think I really did, but I think that's why it sounds so weird when I kick it over. So I have a question for you guys. This is my first two-stroke, as you guys obviously know. I know that you can't really put like regular motor oil that you would put into like a four-stroke. I hear people putting in gear oil, or like I heard transmission oil for the engine oil. I don't know if that's right, so let me know down in the comments what you guys know, and I'll read it all and then try and find the right oil to put in this bike. And hopefully that's why it's not starting. Hopefully there's some type of low oil sensor, or or it's just not lubricated enough for it to really spin enough for it to even start. So I'm hoping that's the case. So I can't put oil in it this video because I need to go get it, and obviously I don't know what type of oil to put. So just comment down below if you guys know. We had a bit of a major breakthrough with the bike. We got spark for it, which is good. Even though we still need to hold down the kill switch, there's still spark. That's just temporary, just to see if it'll even fire. So next video with this, we're probably going to be draining out, see if any leftover oil, if there is, putting in new oil, seeing if it'll start then if it does, clean up the frame, probably get whole new plastics for it, take off all the rust, probably disassemble a lot of parts of the bike. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to comment down below which oil this bike needs. I'm going to read all the comments, but I'm really happy that we have spark for it. But anyway, stay tuned for next video when hopefully this thing is actually running with oil in it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, comment, and tell your friends about the channel. Thanks for watching.